Hello, DC Metro Rail producers.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm here with the wonderful Elaine Koch. Thanks for being here.
You're
really
welcome.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
She is our February cover story for DC Metro Rail producers. And Elaine, you've been successful in this area for a nice long time. Why did you choose real estate? You could do anything. Smart lady. Why real estate?
Thank you. Great question. So I grew up in a historic home that was originally built in 1829, and I remember all of the different aspects of that house that just fascinated me. You know, going up in the attic and looking at the original log cabins and all of the outbuildings on the outside, and just learning about the history of the house. I just developed a passion for real estate at a young age. My grandfather was also a developer, so I was always interested in what he was doing. And I remember graduating high school and saying to my dad, I'm ready to get my real estate license. And he said, that's fine, but you're going to go to college as well. So I did both at the same time. I'm actually one of the youngest licensees in the state of Maryland. So I was licensed at age 18 and started working for Winchester Homes while I was getting my undergraduate, and the rest is history.
Well, in that time, what has been your greatest challenge as a real estate agent?
There's three big challenges that I'd like to touch on. One's time management, and so, that definitely is something I think we all struggle with. And planning has really helped me get through that, along with support staff. I'm a mother, so from the start of my career, I always wanted to make sure my time management was good as it possibly could be, so I had time with my daughter. The other challenge I would say is, as a listing agent, getting sellers really on board with the reality of what their home is worth and what they should do to optimize the value of that property. One of the things that I'm sure we'll touch on that sets me apart is fixing up homes to get the maximum return. And what do you do to do that as a seller? So advising my clients on what they need to do. And that's always a challenge to get them on board with that. And then the other challenge that was really interesting fairly early in my career is getting to a point where you're doing so much business, but yet you're shying away from hiring your first hire and wondering, okay, when is the right time? When do I pull the trigger? So that was a challenge. Once I broke through that barrier, it was amazing. It was the right decision. It really took my business to the next level.
Good for you. That's a great subject to touch on. Yes. Yeah. So how does real estate fit into your dreams and goals? And tell us about your family, because I have a feeling that's could be a little intertwined.
Well, my family is my daughter. Very small family, and she is 19, and she just recently went away to school in Los Angeles. And her love and passion is design, and I share that as well. So her and I love that. We have that in common, and we love spending our time together talking about design and looking at different things. So maybe one day when she graduates, there may be some sort of integration between what she does and what I do. We'll see. But that is really my family that I'm thinking about all the time. I do also have a 105-year-old grandmother. Yes.
I remember that. Holy moly.
Who I'm actually named after. So she's amazing. So she is in Naples, Florida, and I do spend time with her pretty frequently, just going down to visit her and make sure that she's okay. And then I have a sister that's in the area in Frederick who's actually just jumped into the real estate field as well. So I think it just runs through our family.
Absolutely. So define success for us and what you're excited about moving forward.
Success to me is being successful in taking time with your family and your personal life and work, but truly enjoying what you do. Having that balance and really doing your dream job. And in order to be successful at real estate, I find that all of us that are just have a passion for real estate. And that is success, having that balance and just doing what you love.
That sounds pretty rewarding. What has been the most rewarding part of being in real estate for you?
Wow, that's a good question. So there are so many things that are rewarding with real estate. Most recently, I would say what's been rewarding for me is growing my team and just having the most amazing group of individuals to work with and watch them grow and mentor them and just have that cohesiveness between all of us. It's just been great, and it's been so rewarding just being able to help them with their businesses. You know, we all have to remember as agents, this is our business and we need to treat it like a business. And, you know, being able to help somebody not reinvent the wheel and say, here's a system and process of what works, and get them to a level much quicker than it took a lot of us to get there has been very rewarding for me. And just seeing the appreciation from the team has been great.
What are you currently learning?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm learning every day. I'm an avid reader, so you know, I think the things that I've been focusing on mostly in my focus this year will be becoming a better leader. You know, that's a skill set, and I have a lot of skills to work on, but I am learning how to do that. Last year, I spent a lot of my time learning how to be productive, how to move ahead, how to manage your time better. So always learning. That's what I love.
Me too. What are a couple, do you have any books or any hobbies, things that you want to talk about? Do you have any books that you tell people to read? Or?
Oh, sure. A lot of great books. You know, there's a few favorites. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Hopefully everybody has read that book. I love that book. It touched me in a number of ways. And one of the things that it talks about, which is so real today, is the days of punching the time clock and contributing to your 401k are really gone. You know, there's so much entrepreneurship out there and so much opportunity, and things are so different. So I love that book from that aspect. Also, as part of my real estate business, I do have a small rental portfolio. So it talks a lot about the importance of having that passive income. And let's face it, we're all real estate experts. We're the best people to have a rental portfolio. So, you know, when you're out there, I would encourage all of you not to just look at the sales aspect, but integrate some other things that we have the skill set to do to help you succeed.
That sounds like great advice. What sets you apart? What makes you different, Elaine?
What makes me different is I am very patient, and I primarily list properties, and I've found that with listings you have to be patient, you have to show empathy, and I also look at the long-term picture. So what we need to make sure of as successful real estate agents is we're not short-sighted. We're looking at the long term. We're actually listening to our clients, and we're taking the lead and giving advice based upon their family situation, where they want to be in the future, what works for them financially. So what I do with each client is I customize and make recommendations based upon everybody's situation, and I'm always thinking long term. I'm going to be the one that's going to come back and sell this house in 5 or 10 years when they're ready to move, or when their kids are ready to buy, I'll be the one that they'll call. So that sets me apart, I believe.
What do you think have been like the biggest reasons for your success? And if you were to define success for everyone, how would you define success?
You know, again, success to me is, you know, doing what you love, creating that time balance, But I think it's also being in the top tier of the industry. I think that defines success. People that have obviously developed skills that put us in that top tier and allow us to be able to give our expertise and our knowledge to get people to an amazing experience buying or selling a home.
What is one thing you've done that you feel real producers absolutely should do?
I would say goal set. You have to have your goals for the week, the month, the year, and the next 5 years. That would be my biggest piece of advice. And don't write those goals down and never look at them again. I think we're all sort of guilty of that. There isn't a day that doesn't go by that I don't look at my goals and spend an hour on them. And it works. It gets you to where you want to be. It's the most amazing thing for me that has helped me get to the next best place.
What would be, if you could pick a lesson, what's the greatest lesson that you have learned, do you feel?
Wow. Personally or professionally?
Either. Whatever would be best to share. Yeah.
I would say personally and professionally, the biggest lesson I've learned is that every decision you make impacts your destiny. So think about that and make sure you're making good decisions. And the good ones that you make, they can change your whole life. They really can.
That's a pretty great lesson. What do you want to be remembered for, Elaine?
I want to be remembered for just being a good person, helping others, being the best mom on the planet. But, being an agent that was respected and was always there to help people when they needed help.
Is there anything else you want to impart and tell the real producers out there?
The advice I think I would give, again, is, for me, early in my career, I had a mentor. There weren't teams at that point. And align yourself with a mentor and a team that can really help your business and help you get very quickly to a top producer. The systems are set up in place. It's the best training out there. Rather than going at it at your own, having that support in place is extremely important. So that would be my biggest piece of advice for all the producers out there.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time today. Thank you so much for
You're
being with
welcome.
us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, you heard it here at Real Producers with Elaine Koch. Check it out. Have a great day.
Bye.
You've heard it from DC Metro Real Producers.